Natasha, please.
Dismiss Senator Natasha, please. You are not recognized to speak from there. That is the order of the Senate.
Sir, order 10 on privileges. Order 10 on privileges.
Distinguished Senator Natasha.
Any senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice. A motion declaring that the content of breach of privilege has been
allows suspension immediately.
And Order 24, Rule 2A. Subject to the permission of the President of the Senate, I will read the orders.
Please read.
Order 24, 2A. Order 24 stipulates the duty of the chief whip, and it reads thus: there shall be a chief whip of the Senate. The chief whip shall be a senator nominated from the party with the highest number of seats in the Senate. And 2A said, the chief whip shall maintain order and decorum in the Senate. The duty of the chief whip is to maintain order and decorum. So pursuant to the jurisdiction conferred on the office of the chief whip, for which the chief whip once is desirous of invoking the powers of that office, I will proceed to read Order 6, Rule 2, on page 9 of our rules books.
I feel, I'm not sure if you've been following the drama between Senator Akpoti and Natasha Akpoti and Akpabio for so long. I think that Akpabio's had a grief with Senator Natasha for so long. I do not believe by any standard that he thinks that she should be there. Unfortunately, the people of Kogi State elected her. But the amount of trouble that she's had to deal with from Godswill Akpabio is alarming. I mean, Nigerians will bear witness as well to the fact. You can see how that. I mean, you can argue that the Senate has their own rules and all that. You can move a player move from one team to another team. Ned Nwoko moved from PDP to APC. That's another conversation for another day when you have Ned moving away. But you then have to allocate a seat to somebody, a seat, give her a new seat to come to your side of the bench. You can argue that, okay, you can nominate anybody, that's within his right to do that. But it goes back to a Natasha Akpoti all the time. There are times where she's called her different names, and like the nightclub issue that happened once. And again, quickly he said Natasha as well. So there's been a grief that's been coming from Godswill Akpabio towards Natasha for a long. It's like it's an animosity, and Nigerians needs to understand that. Whether he doesn't like her or not, is irrespective of the fact. But listen, she's there to work for our people.
Order 6, Rule 2. Order 6 states, the President of the Senate shall allocate a seat to each senator. 6.2, a senator may only speak from the seat allocated to him, provided the President of the Senate may change the allocation from time to time.
Please read that again.
Okay.
Is that the President of the Senate
shall... The President of the Senate shall allocate a seat to each senator. Yes. And it went further to state that a senator may only speak from the seat allocated to him, provided that the President of the Senate may change the allocation from time to time. So it is at the discretion of the President of the Senate, as circumstances warrant, to change seats as time goes on, based on circumstances that may pop up in the course of the proceedings of the Senate. And in the course of the proceedings of the Senate, two senators from the PDP, that is Senator Ned Nwonko.
Which faction of PDP? Which faction?
And
Senator Dixon's faction. Ababoro.
And also Senator Francis Ezenwa of the Labour Party also decamped to APC, thereby necessitating their movement from the other side to this side, thereby creating vast spaces in the opposition side. And then pursuant to that, and in the exercise of the powers conferred on the Senate President, pursuant to Order 6, Rule 2 and 2A, the President of the Senate decided to rearrange this seat, giving directives to the Chief Whip to exercise that function. And pursuant to that directive, seats were reallocated. And I'm not surprised to report that Senator Natasha, having given another seat, refused to vacate her former seat in flagrant violation of our rules. So I am craving for, ordinarily I don't want to bring it to the attention of the Senate, but now that Senator Natasha insisted on staying on her former seat in spite of the rearrangement of the seats, I am craving for indulgence to resume the seat that has been lawfully allocated to her pursuant to the provisions of our rules and in the exercise of the powers conferred on the Senate President to resume her new seat. If not, the Senate President may decide to exercise the powers conferred on him not to allow her to contribute to any debate from that seat, thereby depriving her constituency of a voice. Thank you.
Well, distinguished
please.
Distinguished Chief Whip of the Senate, your point of order is sustained.
Order, please.
Distinguished Senator Natasha, please, you are not recognized to speak from there. That is the order of the Senate.
Sir, order 10 on privileges. Order 10 on privileges.
Distinguished Senator Natasha.
Any senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice. A motion declaring that the content of breach of privilege has been
allowed suspension immediately.
I think Akpabio has been one of the worst Senate President Nigeria has ever had. Akpabio, for me, is about the worst of any Senate leaders we can ever imagine. He's a rubber stamp Senate President, and the only thing Akpabio can actually tell you the rules. When he was contesting for this position, he almost cried, "Oh, I've done all of this for Nigeria, and they're not giving him the chance to do what and to serve." But you can see exactly what Akpabio is all about. It's a pity Nigeria is like this. Nigeria deserves better. It's a pity Nigeria is like this. Nigeria deserves better than what we've gotten from Godswill Akpabio. Akpabio is about one of the worst things that can happen to Nigerian Senate. And I think for so long, he's found a way to bully Senator Natasha Akpoti. For so long. And every time she's had to fight to be heard in this Senate, Akpabio has done so much to humiliate Senator Natasha. And you can see, and everybody in the Senate understands that. So it's nothing new. If you've been following the Nigerian Senate for a bit now, you will realize that it is nothing. It's literally picking on her. And I'm so happy that she's speaking up. And I want to say to the people that Akpabio is representing from the state he's from, 2027 is coming. You cannot afford to vote this man in. And don't let them rig your election to get this man in. Akpabio literally has been one of the ruins that has happened to Nigeria. Literally, we're talking about this current administration. But the Senate, headed by Akpabio, is the biggest disgrace together with the executive. She keeps bullying the lady all the time. Listen, if you're watching for the first time, if you're just making this content for the first time, please like, share, and subscribe. We're literally going to keep talking about how Nigeria's corruption system is actually working against Nigerians. Now, you might think this does not concern you, but I'm telling you, tomorrow you might be the one here, and somebody might not want you there. And they will do everything possible to what? Frustrate you. You can see Akpabio, you can see the way he's staring. This man is literally picked on this woman for so long. This is how bullies work. Bullies work like this. No, don't take it for granted. Don't take it from me. But this is how bullies work. So please like, share, and subscribe.